Alright guys, so I want to start this video series off for the Morgan Le Fay Scourge event a little bit different than the last one where we just jumped into the nodes. Because we got to talk about difficulty and the Scourges you should use to maximize your score and your ranking. On the Rogue event, like many people know, we did difficulties 9 and even difficulties 10. So first thing we need to see is where we should line up our difficulties for this one, and I think you're going to be surprised it's not very high. So this is difficulty 9, and as you can see, these characters are nearly 600k, not anywhere near what we faced before. So I'm going to go in here with my Young Avengers. Now you'll see the full description of what I'd like to accomplish in the next video where we actually tackle Node 1 and all the intricacies we want to do there, but just take it that I want to get through 90% of this node and then die. And I'm trying to recommend as little teams as possible for people that don't have these like giant long-term whale accounts like I do. So right away we go in and we're just getting absolutely wrecked. We need to use the heal, otherwise Scourge is probably going to die. And our main goal right now is to take out Lady Deathstrike. She's the biggest threat on the field. Get that offense up off of her. Finally got it off. The resists are absolutely crazy on difficulty 9 this time around. Alright, we'll get this offense down out there. We'll get some dodges going. I'm not going to bother throwing it at Lady Deathstrike just because she's going to dodge it. Cleanse from Phyla-Vell comes in. We'll finally get some of these buffs off of Lady Deathstrike. But you see, we didn't get through her in time to stop that ultimate, and we're just steadily getting into more and more trouble. And there goes America Chavez. So right away, like I'm not getting through 90% of this node with just this team. I'd probably have to go in with a bunch of others, and I could do that, or you could take my word for it that difficulty 9 is going to only be possible by a very, very select few people that probably are not in the running right now for the ranked rewards. And because they already have 7 red star or 7 yellow star, probably 7 red star too, knowing those guys. And it's not worth your trouble. You are better off doing difficulty 8 with a bunch of Scourges. So let's forget this. Take it out of your mind. Do not worry about it. The first time this event came around, we were all doing difficulty 8 as well. So it's not like anything changed. It's just they made the Rogue Scourge a lot easier than this one. And as you can see, just the heal blocks and everything, it's just absolutely killing us here. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's go talk about Scourges instead. Alright, so with difficulties 9 and 10 out of reach, people fall back to difficulty 8. But the enemies in difficulty 8 have very little health pools, which makes them super susceptible to one-shots and easily controllable. This means people fall back on Scourges to up their score and stay competitive. So what I'll do here is I'm going to go through this list, and I'll show you the Scourges that can be used, that I use on my first run. It was basically all of them. We'll go through that, and what I'll do on the side over there, is I'll rank the difficulty of them, and what you can do is go through that list, see which ones appeal to you, which ones you think will be possible, and you can attach those on. So here we go. Max health. Those are the ones you put on at the very, very end. Like I said, the enemy's difficulty 8. It's because they die super quickly that you're able to do a lot of Scourges. The second you start putting a lot of these health on, it becomes a problem. Now, in the Morgan Le Fay event, I did end up putting max health 30% on and max health 10% on in my final run. But I'm going to suggest you don't do that. The super sweaty Krakens probably aren't still fighting for that 7th yellow star, so I don't think you need to rely on the max health ones. Player gains stealth. We used this one last time, but it's not the same. Last time it was broken, so Miles wasn't getting taunt on spawn. This one is a no-go for Node 5 in particular, which you'll see in upcoming videos, but we don't want to put that one on. Summon enemies gain 20% health? Absolutely. Player character gains ability energy, applies slow? Absolutely. Enemies gain 20% max health? We just talked about that. Enemies generate 1 ability energy each time they generate a... Yeah, of course. That's no problem. Player character gains ability energy, they gain defense down. Yes, everything that has to do with ability energy, we're basically attaching it this time. Even this one, when any player character dies, enemies gain 2 ability energy. This one's not so bad because we're not doing straight burner attacks like we did in the Rogue event. We're doing attack burns. So like we're going in with the intent to kill some people. When an enemy takes damage, they gain speed up. This one I didn't do. It's probably possible, but I don't think it's worth that 10 points. I don't think the people getting the maximum rewards are going to be putting that one on. On spawn, enemies gain immunity. That's an absolute no. When an enemy drops below 50% health, they gain death proof. That's a yes. Player character healing reduced by 20%. That is an absolute yes. Player character takes damage, they gain bleed. This is one that we put on at the very, very high end. But again, just like the speed up one, I don't think it's going to be necessary this time around because it does hit really hard. So I'll take it off for now. When a player character gains ability energy, apply defense down to 1 turn. That's a yes. Player character blocks that apply stun to them. We did not use this one in the last Scourge because of Young Avengers, but we are going to use it this time because we're not relying on Young Avengers as much. When a player character uses their ultimate, they gain blind. This one we did use. This one is a big pain, particularly for Node 5. It increases the amount of RNG you need to check off. But you can include it if you want to get super sweaty with it. This one would probably be more difficult than the bleed, though. So I wouldn't suggest doing that one above bleed. 30% max health. This will be the very, very last one you put on. If you can do everything else, then you can slap on the 30% max health one after that. When a player character drops below 50% health, apply trauma. Absolutely. When a player character uses their ultimate ability, all enemies gain 1. We already said this. Everything that has ability energy, we're going to throw that on. These two also increase the difficulty, but they're easier than what I consider their counterparts. So if just increasing the amount of turns it takes to get to them is not the end of the world, but getting ability block on special or blind on the ultimate is a harder thing to get around. But you can put those on as well. Enemy turn, they gain offense up. This is one we used at the highest level last time. And on turn, apply heal block to 2 heal block to player characters. You will absolutely use this one. It's not that big a deal. So check that list out over there and pick which ones you think you don't want to have to deal with. And good luck, guys. I'm going to have a bunch of videos coming out very, very soon. It takes about 3 hours. So they're going to trickle out over the day. I hope they help you. The most important video is the one I'm going to do first, which is nodes 1 and 2, particularly node 1. So it sucks because I'd like to say, like, go ahead and start as soon as you see this video, but nodes 1 is how you're going to set up for nodes 5 and 10. So little spoiler here, what you want to do is get node 1 to the brink of death, and then you want to send in Dr. Voodoo, Scarlet Spider, Ghost Spider, and you want to prep their cooldowns without taking too much damage. I'll show how to do that in the next video, but if you can figure that out on your own, all the power to you, get to it, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright guys, well I hope that video is useful to you. I'm unfortunately not going to be answering any YouTube questions or Discord questions today because I got to get hard at work on these videos. They take a long time, and they're time sensitive, right? This event's not very long. So I want to get that all out today, and they take like 3 hours each. So I didn't go for some cigarettes or a bag of milk, and I'm not coming back. Dad will come back probably tomorrow. So talk to you guys later. Peace.